Welcome to Notary Coaching One-on-One with me, Mark Wills. I teach the loan signing system. I teach signing agents how to make money in the most amazing loan signing agent industry. How's everybody doing today? If you're watching this on replay, thank you so much. Every single one of these are recorded. These are live on Instagram, 12 Pacific Mondays. These are all on YouTube. All the replays are on my Instagram feed, so please look for it. Hello, everybody. How is everybody doing today? I am back. Sorry about missing yesterday, but I went from a soft cast to a real cast, so my foot is getting better. Thank you again so much for the well wishes, and if you are joining us for the first time, I'm here to coach signing agents one-on-one. I'm going to bring you up. It's very simple. There's an add camera button right here where my finger is. You want to add camera, I will get people on first come, first serve. Make sure you're in a quiet place. Please make sure you're not driving. Be safe. And make sure you have good Wi-Fi connection. So one-on-one coaching, so excited. But before I get started, I want to say thank you. You guys have left some amazing heartfelt messages and responses for me sharing my story of my past and my childhood. And I shared that with you because I want you to know that you're not alone if you have a past. You're not who you are in spite of your past, but because of your past. We all have something that we've dealt with. Our job's to learn from it, embrace it, not play victim, but to have the next day as I can be better. I can be who I want to be. I am deserving. You are deserving. So thank you so much for those well wishes. But again, I shared that so you know that you can build this business. If I can build this business, if someone who felt unlovable once, someone who felt broken, someone who felt just torn apart, if I can come and I can build this business, so can you. So thank you so much for all the amazing words, but I want you to know that I'm no different than you. I am just someone who's chosen to become stronger of my past. I've chosen to not be a victim of my past. I've chosen that today is going to be better than yesterday. And every single day I'm pushing that. Look, I'll be honest with you. Every single day I deal with the traumas of my childhood. But I've learned to move from them. Learned to move through them and learn to understand that I am worthy. I am deserving, just like you. So every single day, look in the mirror and be like, I am worthy. I am deserving. I am amazing, because you are absolutely amazing. So keep doing what you're doing. Don't let your past define you. Do what you do today define you, because we all come from something, and whatever we come from is not worse or better than the next person. We all deal with whatever our past is, but it's our job to move through it and stay strong. So I want to say thank you and let you know, if I can build this business, this kid from Korea, this kid who's in an orphanage, this kid who went from foster home to foster home can build this business, so can you. Let's go! So glad to be back. Missed you guys the last week. So let's get somebody on. Let's do some one-on-one notary coaching. Let's get today kicked off. Who are we going to get? Let's go with Amira. Amira, you are there. Once again, when you guys are on, make sure you're in a quiet place. Make sure that your Wi-Fi signal is good. And let's have a good notary coaching session where hello, Amira.
Hey, how are you?
Girl, first off, let me have you pause, pull over. I don't want you driving and trying to look down.
I am parked.
Okay, cool. So I can't see you. There we go. Talk to me, girl. Tell everybody where you're from and where can I help you today?
I am from Phoenix, Arizona. I am a real estate agent, and I'm trying to be a signing agent.
Oh, I love it. So you're not.
I am a signing agent.
Okay,
already.
Cool.
So I got all my credentials. I got everything. I just no luck in getting signings. I've been visiting all the title companies, telling my co-workers, my fellow
agents,
realtors, my loan officers. And
Okay, cool. Couple questions, and I will help you through this. Are you a loan signing system student?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So then what you need to remember that I teach you is you have to learn how to give value first. So, a lot of mistakes signing agents make, especially with colleagues, right, is they go and say, hey, I'm a signing agent. Can I get your signing? Instead of saying everything but you're a signing agent. So you're a realtor. What kind of value can you give another realtor? Come on, girl. You can share their listing. You can help with the open house. Why isn't that your first question? Why isn't that your first comment? Because what happens is you want to make sure that you understand that business is a return of value. When you bring someone else value, girl, they're going to bring it back to you, right? What do you want? You want an introduction to their go-to title officer, right?
Yeah,
you want them to vouch for you. But why would they do that if you haven't offered something of value in return? All you're doing is asking, I want, instead of, hey, it's a tight market. Can I help you with something? What can I do to help your business? Too many times signing agents don't make money because we're greedy. I need you to start living the LSS way. That is, give value before you ask for value. So you're going about it wrong. That's the problem. Like, you're going up to your colleague saying, hey, I'm a signing agent. Can you give me an intro? Instead of like, look, I know exactly what you need to do to help you with these listings. Let me give you that help. Look, you have an open house this weekend. Let me pass flyers around the neighborhood for you. Look, you have an open house this weekend. You're bored for 4 hours. Let me go sit in the open house with you. Give value, whatever that looks like. I don't know. I'm trying to coach you, but you know what the value is. You're a realtor.
Yeah.
So give the value first, then see if they'll introduce you to the title officer. That's the key to business. It's, what can I do for you first? Then they're going to want to do something back in return. Does that make sense? So instead of going to title office, I want you to focus on the contacts you already have.
Yeah.
That's what you want to do this week. And then next week, we have a short week this week, figure out what you can do that adds value to their business. Like, specific, write a list down. I know that every realtor would love A, B, C, and D.
Yeah, but we as a realtors, we don't get involved to the signing agents. We just give
No, you're lot. You got to receive the coaching. Okay. You want your realtor friends to introduce you to their title officer, yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they've been doing that. And title says, oh, we work with companies. We don't take.
Okay. So here's what you need is 2 things. You got to make sure you go inside the course and tell, because I teach you, I can't give this over the free internet right now.
Yeah.
But I tell you exactly how the email should be written from the realtor to the EO. Exactly. There's a custom cut and paste template you paid for. So make sure you're doing that, because all you want is you want them to vouch for you. Like, look, this is my go-to signing agent. You need that go-to vouching. And then you got to continue to give value to the realtor, so the realtor still vouches for you. So I'm going to end with this. Is obviously they have a notary they worked with or working with before you got the referral. Like, next topic, right? But what you have to understand is your job is to keep getting the referral to the escrow officer until their current notary is booked. They got a flat tire. They're in at 6 o'clock and they can't go to a 7:30 appointment. So your job is to continue to get the referral from your title officer colleagues on repeat. Repetition is the mother of learning, right? So you need to have, like, hey, as you continue to give value to your realtor friends, then, hey, can you put in another email for me saying that I'm your go-to notary? So if and when their signing agent's booked, I'm the one who can get that appointment. So it is naive. It's like, look, you're a realtor. You've probably shown 14 houses to a buyer before they said yes.
Yes.
Okay. So maybe you need 14 emails from your your real estate agent before they use you. Like, why aren't you understanding that they're both the same thing? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You're thinking that one referral from a title officer, from a realtor to a title officer, means that they're going to hire you. But yet you showed one buyer 17 houses. Yeah. So maybe you have to use the same logic as my coaching. So you got to think, okay, cool. They gave me one referral. Let me get another one. So why don't you have the real estate agent send an email next week saying, hey, this is my go-to notary. Then why don't you have them do it the week after? No different than you showing one buyer 18 houses before they say yes.
Yeah, we've been doing that.
Okay, so you got to keep doing it and understand that sometimes you have to show 14 houses to the same buyer before they say yes. Does that make sense? So the analogy is, keep having your contacts drip on the title officer as referral. Like, hey, this is my girl, just in case you need a signing agent. Walk in, show some gratitude. Walk back out, go back in, show some gratitude. You're in a relationship business. Okay, so you just got to keep doing what you're doing, but on repeat. It's a very employee mindset to think I only have to show up once or twice into a title office and they're going to hire me. So you're a realtor. You understand that repetition is marketing. So keep going, stay the course, and stay focused, and you'll get where you want to go. But don't have unrealistic expectations that a real estate agent will send one email to an escrow officer.
A few emails.
It should be 20 emails. This is business. Does that make sense? My point is, don't stop, keep doing it, and keep showing up. That's how you're going to get business. Does that make sense?
Yes, and I'm also sign up with all the
Cool. Look, I'm gonna end with this. You should focus on your direct business clients through your real referral network. You just got to keep showing up. That's it. Again, you just use the analogy of selling someone a home. You just got to keep showing them homes until they find one, right? You just got to keep showing up. You gave me 2 or 3. Cool. Congratulations. Let's make it 5 or 6. Like you because you wouldn't give up on your buyer if you only showed them 2 or 3 houses. No, but you're giving up on well, they've sent 2 or 3 emails. Okay, make it 10.
No.
That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
They've been 10.
Cool. Make it 20. Make it 30. Make it 40. That's what marketing is, right? Marketing is about repetition. In any bit. The reason you see the same Budweiser commercial, I've never bought Budweiser, but they still show me the commercials. Yeah. Repetition. So cool. You got 10, make it 20. You got 20, make it 30. Does that make sense? You got to understand the repetition is what marketing is all about. When you start showing up every single week, they're like, wow, I'm going to use her because I've seen her 4 straight weeks. You just got to keep showing up. That's the key to business. You want to lose weight? You got to keep going to the gym. You got to keep showing up. Business is no different. So don't get defeated. Understand that this is just part of building a business. It's repetition. A lot of people get defeated about losing weight because they go to the gym for 2 weeks. And it's like, well, Mark, I've been to the gym 10 times in 2 weeks. Okay, you got to keep going to the gym for 6 more months. So just don't lose no momentum and keep doing what you're doing. Does that make sense? All right, go get them, girl. I'm rooting for you. Let me know how that goes, all right?
All right.
Bye. So I think that was a great conversation. And I want the biggest takeaway from that conversation to be that sometimes we give up too early in the process, right? So marketing and any business in America is about repetition. Does that make sense, everybody? Repetition is what creates you being seared into the mind of your consumer. The reason you see the same face or Instagram ad, you're on Instagram right now. The reason you see the same Instagram ad is because they realize that they got to keep showing up in your newsfeed until you buy whatever they're trying to sell you. We're no different. That's why I don't teach my students to be signing agents. I teach you students to be business owners. Think like the people who are placing the Instagram ads in your newsfeed. The people who show the Instagram feed in your newsfeed are the ones who understand that I got to keep showing up. I got to keep showing up. The problem is most signing agents don't show up. That's why they don't get business. When you see the signing agents making 10 grand a month, all they're doing is showing up. They're going to the same title office. They're repetition. They're saying the script. They're showing value. They're exchanging an exchange of value. Does that make sense, everybody? So my biggest takeaway from that is stay the course, show up. Repetition is the mother of marketing. Okay, cool. So let's go to Jasmine Valdez. Let's go. Again, this is notary coaching, but this is also business coaching. And if you're going to start an insurance agency, Jazz, what up, girl?
Hi, Mark.
How are you?
I am excited.
Well, girl. Okay, so tell everybody your name, tell everybody where you're from, and let's rock and roll.
Perfect. I'm Jasmine. I'm from California. I'm in the Central Valley area, but I'm from the Bay Area, so I'm covering that area also.
Okay, so where are we at on our journey?
I completed your course, of course. I repetitively watched the videos, and I wanted to tell you that I am an agent as well, and I'm transferring over. I went on Facebook. I started marketing my business, and I started messaging a few escrow officers. One of the escrow officers actually told the sales rep about me, and they invited me to the office next week. So I need your help.
Girl, the two things. Let me talk to you. So the best way, one of the best ways to get business, and I actually don't teach it in the course because it doesn't apply to every state, but it does for the title states like California, is sales reps are the best way to get business. They control the flow of business to the EO. So if you can get a sales rep to refer you, that's better than a realtor referring you to an escrow officer, because the sales rep controls the flow of business to the EO. You should know that. But I want to give everybody some macro coaching, and I want to commend you on that good move. And before I get into helping you, I also want to make sure you hear this from me, right? I coach this in the course, when they coach it to you now. Is marketing in any business in America is about finding something that works and then leaning into it. So let me give you, for instance, if I find a good Facebook ad that seems to be working, my job is to put $1 trillion behind it to see if I get the same results I did the first time I did it, right? So the point I'm trying to make is, you found out that a sales rep got you in. Your job now is to go all in on that. Does that make sense? So
Yes.
You don't need to deviate to like open houses or your realtors as colleagues. You're like, wow, that worked. Who else do I know as sales reps? Who else can I get as sales reps? That makes sense. So now that you know it worked, Jazz, you got to go all in. Like, you just put your foot on the gas on the sales rep to EO connection, and see how that works. Because maybe this was a fluke. Maybe it wasn't. But what happens too often with new signing agents, they get a good little lead like this and they don't really put pedal to the metal. And I'm like, no, your job is to figure out, was it a fluke or is it actually a really good way to get business? And that makes sense. So I want to make sure that you're putting the pedal to the metal on all the sales reps that you know, all your other colleagues or real estate agents. Be like, yo, who's your sales rep? Maybe I don't know them. So really go in on this. Does that make sense? Okay, cool.
Yes. So it's actually First American.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to see if you had any tips. I know that they do use SnapDocs.
Yeah.
And I wanted to kind of see how that works. If I, you know, do I still get the full fee, or how does that work?
The answer is yes. The answer is yes. So all you do is tell them to mark you preferred through SnapDocs. So remember, SnapDocs is a signing agent database.
Okay.
That doesn't mean it's only for signing services. That means also escrow officers. The difference is if you get it through a signing service, that $150 fee gets split.
Right.
But if you get assigned to direct business, you get assigned through SnapDocs through a title company, you still get the full fee. So it's still direct marketing.
Okay.
They're just organizing you through the SnapDocs platform. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So cool. And then we end with this on the coaching. So remember, when we get off, you're going to make a list of all the sales reps you know. You're going to call all your realtor friends, be like, yo, whose sales reps are you working with? Get this list, go all in. So number 2 is, remember when you're asking to get marked preferred, that you're exchanging value. It's top of mind. So even though it came in from a sales rep, here's the coaching I want to give everybody, and even to the last student who was just on, is escrow officers have muscle memory just like we do, right? So my point is, like, sometimes because you've only come in once, they don't remember who you are. So by default, they're like, oh, they call Angie. Like, oh, and then at the end, they're like, oh, dang it, I should have called Jasmine. So your job is to keep reminding them that you're there until their muscle memory goes away. It's like when you have a handyman and one of your sellers needs something fixed, you're like, oh, I got Joe. Even though you just got a referral to Susan, just Joe's your kind of go-to muscle memory. Right. So you have to break the muscle memory by repetition. So even though you got the referral from your sales rep, sometimes when they're stressed out, like, I just got 14 set of docs, oh my God, you're the last person on their mind, just because their muscle memory is the other 2 notaries they currently use. Right. So sometimes new signing agents think it's a knock on them, like, oh, how come I'm not getting a phone call, or knock on the sales rep or the referral source, when it had nothing more to do than the escrow officer just going through muscle memory. They're stressed out, just got docs. And then, because I've marketed to clients and I'm like, dude, how come it took you 4 weeks to get me a signing? And there was like, Mark, honestly, when I get slammed, I just have tunnel vision. And I'm just like, I remember who I'm working with. So my point is, it's your job to understand the psychology of that. And that's why repetition, even through a referral source, because a lot of times signing agents are like, well, I got a referral, so I'm just going to kick back and wait for that to come in, versus understanding, well, dude, they've been working with the same notary for a year. You got to get them to break the habit of calling the notary and start using you. And the way you do that is just simply a repetition, showing up, and understand that's not a knock against you. So even though you have a referral, my coaching is, Jazz, keep showing up every single week. until they're like, girl, I keep forgetting. Yes, I'm giving you my next assignment. And sometimes agents take like it's a knock against them. And I'm like, dude, it's just, they need to be reminded. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Cool.
Absolutely.
All right. You excited?
I am. I'm going to be following up. I'm going to be a success story.
Girl, I want you on one of those. I want you to be my next interview. So go out, kick butt, and take names.
I will. Thank you so much, Mark. I can't thank you enough.
Oh, you're so welcome. Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay, so my biggest takeaway from that conversation was two things. A, when you find a marketing strategy that's worked, I still have to move my leg even though I got a cast, so forgive me if I'm a little movie in here. Is understanding that when you find a strategy that works, your job is to kind of lean into that marketing strategy to figure out, is it a fluke or something that I can put on rinse and repeat. Number two is, even though you got a referral, your job is to, because remember, it's muscle memory. Put yourself in the mind of an escrow officer, right? They just got you as a referral, but they're so used to calling somebody all the time that you gotta break their habit of muscle memory. They remember me. That's why following up is so important, and why you have to stop getting down on yourself that they haven't called you even though you've been referred. It's because think about, like, when you go gas, it's almost just like, I'm going to the same gas station. Instead of like, oh my gosh, gas was cheaper across town, it's just also almost muscle memory to go to the gas station you always go to, even though there's some place across town is cheaper. It's just we get into habits. Your job is to break the habit, make sure they remember you, and so you get to sign an appointment. All right, cool. So who's next? I'm loving this, by the way. Hope everyone's loving it. Let's get a gentleman on here. Denzel, my man, where you at? So again, I think it's really important to remember that escrow officers fall into habits, and they're always going to call who they're always used to calling, even though you got them as a referral. Does that make sense? So it's your job to make sure that you understand the psychology of someone who's always working with the same person. You need to break that habit. The way you do it is by continually showing up and be like, hey, it's me again. The referral from the realtor, the referral from the sales rep. I hope this really helps everybody, because I think a lot of signing agents get stuck on, well, I've got a referral, Mark, so how haven't they called me yet? And sometimes it's not a knock against you. It's just a knock on them getting to the muscle memory of calling one or two other notaries. So remember that, okay? Denzel, I try to hit you up this week. Okay, so let me go to someone else here. Doesn't look like Denzel's joining. Let's go to Sophia Bratcher. Sophia, all right, cool. So have a happy Thanksgiving, everyone, by the way. So excited for your week. It's a short week, but remember, decompressing a little time, being with family, getting recharged for the next week is good. So I don't want you getting anxiety. There's one less work week this week. Take some time for you and your family. Enjoy. Be thankful for your business. My torn Achilles has really put a lot of things in perspective for me. I'm walking. We all take for granted. I do not take that for granted. So I'm thankful that both my legs aren't hurt. I'm thankful I still got one good leg to roll me around on my scooter, or I call her the hog. So want to make sure that you just really take time this weekend and reflect on what thankful you should be. You're thankful and honestly be thankful for your business, man. Only people want to be business owners. You are one. So congratulations on just being a business owner. That's huge. Be thankful for everything we got instead of being unthankful for the things that we don't have. Okay, so honest signings, I try to hit you up. Didn't work. Let's go to no. Okay, I'm gonna try Denzel one more time. I'm trying to get a gentleman on here. There we go, Denzel. What's going on, brother?
What's good, man?
Dude, oh my God. I mean, I know your business is blowing up, bro. Tell everybody your name. I'm Denzel, where are you from, and then where you're at in your journey, and how can I help you today?
All right, so my name is Denzel Pryor. Yes, my middle name is Washington. I'm from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, representing. Where am I at with the journey right now? So long story short, 3 title clients of mine just told my team last week that they have a pipeline full of refis and purchases, and he pretty much told my team and I to help. Pretty much, they told us to build a signing agent or notary army, because they don't think between the 3 or 5 of us we can handle what they're about to start throwing at us.
Okay, so let me give you some coaching, because I know you inquired about the signing service course. Did you get the signing service course?
Yep.
Okay, so here's my coaching. So especially with the holidays coming up. So, you know, what a lot of times, you know, what I want to coach you on, and I hope everybody hears me on this, is you know, I think you know the name Robin Schmidt in our group, right?
Yeah.
She's the most successful student we have. And Robin had a tough time doing this, which I want to coach you on, is sometimes in order to scale a signing service, D, you have to take 3 steps back. And it's scary, because you're like, dude, I'm used to making $500 every day like clockwork. I've worked so hard to make $500 every single day. I couldn't imagine taking 3 days off and just really focusing on my signing service. So my coaching to you is, don't have a scarcity mentality, have an abundance mentality. I want you to spend at least a week trying to get your business signing service off the ground. The cool part is you got the holidays coming up, so you're not going to lose a ton of business days, because obviously Thursday, Friday. But I want you to take at least the next 5 to 6 days of going over the signing service course and really putting that foundation for the signing service course. Because what you don't want to do is leave money on the table, right? So let's say it comes to fruition that you guys are slammed, and if you don't have all your ducks in a row, you're a business owner and you're losing revenue to another signing service, that should scare the crap out of you. But what happens is a lot of people leave the dollars on the table to chase the pennies, meaning you're more concerned about, oh my gosh, it's Monday, I got to go work, versus, you know what, no, my signing service is not off the ground yet. I am not in a position to farm out 50 appointments. So I need to not worry about the $500 and worry about the $5,000 that's going to be sitting on the table a month or 2 from now. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So my coaching from you
that
is,
for my fiance, Mark?
huh?
Could you repeat that for my fiance? She's
yes, for the people in the back. But no, but really, it's helping your fiance understand there's a difference between scarcity and abundance. A scarcity is mentality, it's never going to come again. And abundance is, I work so freaking hard, my relationships can withstand 5 days off. Right. And so, you know, it's helping her understand the difference between the mentalities. And by the way, most people have a scarcity mentality, so it's not her fault or your fault if you're even having a little bit of anxiety. Because by the way, Robin, I had to beg Robin to stop working. I said, Robin, you will never scale a signing service. You stop working. She makes like, you know, $3,000 a week. And I give losing $3,000 a week like scared her to death. But I said, you're leaving $1 million on the table. And now she has a $2 million a year business, but she had to lose the $10,000 in income. Right. And so it's really, and that's my coaching to you, man, is, you know, hopefully you put some money away. You can withstand the loss of $1,000, but realize there's more money on the horizon. So my coaching to you is just stop what you're doing for the next few days, next 5 days, take advantage of the holidays, learn signing order, learn Notary Dash, learn how to schedule appointments, learn how to send out invoices, learn how to make sure that you understand the concept of putting orders, how to use a text message system. So when that comes down the pipeline, you're like, dude, I'm ready for this because I took a week off. Now, I don't want you taking a week off and going to the gym and catching the Sixers game, right? I want you to take a week off to really focus on this. And I think you're ready, dude. But dude, you're the newest signing service owner of the loan signing system family, dude. Congratulations. You have no idea how proud that makes me, bro. The sky's the limit. I want you to be our next 7-figure earner. Say that with me, 7-figure earner.
7-figure earner.
There you go. Keep saying that till it comes in existence, bro. Happy Thanksgiving. Tell the fiance said what's up. And
we gonna see you at the wedding, man.
Yeah. See where?
You gonna see you at the wedding?
Oh, snap!
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. Throw me an invite. The address on the website. That's my mail. P.O. box. And we'll see. How about that? I'll commit to that. All right, no. Congratulations, bro.
If we got paid for you, you will have the ticket. Let us know.
All right, man. I appreciate you.
All
right, man. I am so proud of Denzel. My biggest takeaway from that, and remember, you know, is when you're scaling a business, And I think the biggest takeaway, I always like to talk about the takeaways after those coaching moments. I think the biggest takeaway on Denzel is the scarcity mindset. And this can be said on any process as you're scaling. So even students who are going from signing service only business to direct, not even from direct to a signing service, but a signing service to direct. There's a lot of people, a lot of signing agents don't make that transition earlier because they're scared of rejecting some signing appointments during the day to go. So sometimes you have to have an abundance mentality and realizing there's more money down the road if I just take 2 steps back. Maybe you take 1 less appointment a day, dedicate that hour a day to go marketing your business direct, instead of like, oh my gosh, if I don't take this signing, I'll never have more signings. And same with Denzel, right? He's to the point where I'm like, look, you might need to take a day or 2 off of work, off of signings to really understand how to build your business. Does that make sense? So make sure that you're building this business from a place of abundance. There's always enough. We have enough business. There'll always be their business for you. And you're going to make a ton of money in this industry, or any industry for that matter. All right, great conversation with him. Let's go to Ovetta. Make sure you're ready. I hit you up. You got to hit accept because there's other students inside the coaching waiting room. So I try to hit you up on the signings. I'll try to give you one more chance. Hello? Who's there? Someone's on. Hello? Oh, okay, she's gone. I think it was Ovette Kavar was gone. Let's go to Day. I think it's Day. How about a Day? Are you there, Day? Hello, hello, hello. If you're coming in the middle of this, my name is Mark Wills. I teach notary.
Hello.
What up, girl?
Hi. How are you guys?
How are you doing today?
I'm doing great.
Good. Okay, so tell everybody your name, where
My
you're
name
from, and then where you are on your journey.
Okay, my name is Deja. I'm from Missouri. And right now I am about almost 3 months in.
Okay.
And I have been marketing about once every week to 14 title companies.
Nice.
And I have one title company that I work with.
Ooh, okay, so hold on. So I heard a 1 out of 14 ratio. Girl, that's not bad, okay? I'm being honest with you. You know what I mean? Okay, so you got 1 out of 14. Continue.
Mm-hmm. I have one, and I'm looking to move on from the signing services because it's like only one big signing service in my area that really gives me a lot of orders.
Girl. Okay, let's talk. I love it. I'm so excited for you. Okay,
thank you.
Here's my 2 cents. I think a lot of signing agents do 2 things. First off, so 1 out of 14 use you, 13 have not. So you should be having on an Excel spreadsheet somewhere, and I coach this in the course exactly what my Excel spreadsheet looks like, what my follow-up process is. So I don't know if you fall into this category, but I want to coach you in case you are. Okay. But a lot of times, we do a really good job of making a spreadsheet of all the title companies to hit or consistent with our follow-up process. Okay. So all of those 14 or 13 that are not using you should be seeing you once a week. And if they're not, you need a little bit better to hold yourself accountable and or have a better spreadsheet to know who you hit. But those 13 should be seeing D every single week, like literally every single week, because repetition is the mother of marketing. So you got to make sure you're consistent. You know, it's like, I don't know if you're a single lady, but it's like the gentleman trying to court you. Like, do you want to hear from the guy once a month? You want to hear from the guy once a week, right? You don't think a business is any different, right? You're trying to date these people for literally, right? You want them to go out with us and give us a signing. So my point is, a lot of times it's easier to remember your follow-up when you kind of understand you're trying to build a personal relationship too. And make sure you're going in once a month, once a week, Once a week is the appropriate cadence. Okay. Let me jump to another piece of coaching. Okay. You're inside one title office. What I want you to do is also think about digging deeper. If there's more than one title officer, escrow officer in that office, you should be like, why isn't everybody using me? Right. So you've got to be a little bit more intentional when you drop off loan docs to hit up the entire office, right? Maybe you're bringing in bagels for your girl or for your current contact but yet you're bringing up bagels for the entire office. And then you're walking around like, hey, I'm the notary for Jennifer back there. I'm D. I got some bagels in the break room for you. Hope you have a wonderful day.
I did that.
Good. So then now number 2 is repetition.
Right. Okay.
It's once a week. Okay. You know, I think, you know, the biggest lesson on all the calls today is repetition is the mother of marketing. You know, almost the same coaching I've said to all you students. It's like, dude, it's about repetition. It's like, look, if a guy's trying to court you, what do you want from him?
Right.
You want consistency. You want follow-up. You want to see his face, right? Does that make sense?
Right.
They're no different. So I love you did it once, but girl, why aren't you doing it every week? Does that make sense? Like, why aren't you walking through all the cubicles on a weekly basis? Especially in the office you're currently in, because you have the best source of referral. You see that person right there? They use me.
Right. Okay.
So you got to leverage that is my point. Okay.
Okay.
And so dig deeper, better follow-up, more consistent follow-up. Because remember, I think I was telling Jazz earlier, maybe it wasn't Jazz, but someone else, that, you know, sometimes it's not like you, it's not like they are forgetting who you are. They just get in a moment of repetition.
Right.
So in the moment of like a loan officer yelling at them, have you organized that signing yet? They're just like, let me call Amy.
Gotcha.
Your job is to push yourself in there. You know what I mean? Okay, cool. And then someone made a comment, which let me talk to you about. Someone said, sometimes I feel like I'm annoying by marketing weekly. So if that falls into you, if you feeling annoying, I mean, I don't know. Do you feel like
I'm starting to feel it because people look like, oh, she's in here again. We got computer problems this week. You know, I don't want to be bothered, or you know, something like that. It kind of gets to you a little bit. Yeah, let me tell you right. I'm gonna tell you. Okay, I'm gonna give you some tough love. That's a you issue. That's your insecurity coming out. Okay. So as your coach, I want you to catch yourself on. Okay.
Don't feel annoyed. It is you who feels insecure.
Okay.
That makes sense. Okay. So my coaching to you is don't be annoying. Okay. That's not what I'm saying. Now, if you're being annoying, then they're annoying. But if you're like, look, you're offering a value service proposition, right? You're saying, look, if your current notary is busy or slammed, I would love the opportunity. Right. That's offering someone value. Does that make sense? That's you're not annoying them. You're saying, look, you know, if you're, you know, I just want a quick reminder, you know, if your notary's booked for 7:36, I'm just here. You're trying to add value to their business. Right. Does that make sense? And because look, every escrow officer needs multiple notaries. You know that. Not every notary can meet every appointment. So if they don't know another notary when they're in a bind, who do they call? A signing service. You're just simply saying, look, your notary route is probably awesome. I get it. But if they're stuck in traffic in there, I just want to give you an opportunity to know that I'm still here. Right. You know what I mean? Because people can't hire you if they don't remember. So the fact you're feeling annoyed is your insecurity talking. Stop. You're amazing. You're good. You're offering a value service proposition. You're stuck in traffic. You need someone. I just want you to know that I'm here to bail you out if they're in a signing where there's a reader, whatever, right? Talk them through that. So just make sure whenever there's a few people saying they feel you, by the way. And so, you know, people saying that I feel annoyed, and that's just our insecurities. That's all it is. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, if you know, you're afraid to talk to like someone at a bar because you're annoying them, that's just it's your insecurity. It's your protection of rejection, right? So what we do, and I want to coach you on this to end our conversation, is sometimes we create narratives to protect our ego. What we're really scared of is rejection. So by saying that, oh, I feel like they're annoying them, so therefore you don't go anymore, you're protecting yourself from them saying no. And so we're creating a narrative that protects our ego. Does that make sense a little bit?
It makes sense.
So as long as you understand you're having that narrative, it's easier to break that cycle of thinking. Okay. So don't worry about it. The worst they can tell you is they don't need you. You're good. Right. That means don't worry about rejection. Just means like on to the next. That's it. Doesn't mean you're a bad signing agent. Doesn't mean anything else. So just make sure that we're not protecting our little self. Like, oh, because I get rejection hurts. I'm not trying to doubt that. What I'm saying is a good business owner knows how to move on from it
Keep going.
and isn't afraid of it.
Right.
So to make sure that you're not talking yourself, creating narratives to protect you from it. And you'll learn as you get going that, wow, they said no, not a big deal. Next. Okay. All right, girl. Hey,
quick,
I'm so
quick
proud
question.
of you.
I'm so
proud of you.
Quick question.
Yes,
I'm sorry.
yes.
So for title companies, I've been marketing to them, but I wanted to know, do I market to like loan officers the same way? Like mortgage?
Okay. Of course.
Okay.
And remember, there's a marketing script just for loan officers.
Yeah,
there's a marketing script just for realtors.
Gotcha.
So the answer is yes. Like I can't nod my head any quicker. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to end with this. My last piece of coaching.
Okay.
Is, and I hope everybody hears me on this, is marketing is about testing what works for your business.
Okay.
Meaning too many signing agents get in this mindset of like, oh, it worked for Johnny and it worked for Susie, so it has to work for me. So because maybe going directly to title officers isn't your jam. That's okay, by the way, right? We have so many students who hate marketing to title companies. So they choose to go to networking events. They choose to go to open houses. They choose lenders. So my point is, maybe if you're going 1 for 14, maybe this isn't the avenue to direct business, but you don't know it if you're not doing the other opportunities. Right. So don't follow so myopic into only marketing title companies. Go back in the course. There's a million different marketing techniques I teach. We all focus on the title first because that's where the real cash cow is.
Right.
But maybe you need a different route to the cash cow.
Yeah.
So don't assume that, or don't fall into the trap of, I got to do this, I got to do this. Because maybe your personality is best for marketing at an open house, but you don't know that because you haven't done it yet.
Right.
Maybe your personality is actually best. You're like, wow, these networking events, things are a joke. I should have been doing this from day one. But you don't know because you haven't done it yet.
Right.
You know what I mean? So just make sure you're not falling in the trap of like, oh, well, Mark tells me title.
Right.
Fall into the trap of testing.
Okay.
And figure out which one of these strategies is best for me. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Hey, D, I'm so freaking proud of you, girl.
Thank you.
Okay.
I appreciate all you do.
Oh, you're so welcome, girl. Let's go.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay, so my biggest takeaway from that conversation with D is, to the ending point I made with her, I think is my best point I made in there. And that is, too many signing agents you guys get myopic. You're like banging your head against the wall. Like, I'm going to title companies, hell or high water. Like, it's it, right? But maybe diverting your marketing strategy a little bit is all the difference in scaling. So make sure you're not getting so myopic in one strategy, and figure out that maybe this strategy is more up my alley for my personality, or I'm getting a better closing ratio. So remember, don't focus on one thing, especially if you're a loan signing system student. There's many different marketing strategies in the course to get to the title officer. So don't fall just in the, I got to go directly to title every single time. All right, I'm going to try to get 2 more people on before the hour is up. Make sure that your camera works. You're good to go. All right, so let me try to get on Preston. That didn't work. Let me go to Key. Key, you are up. If you are following me, if you're here for the very first time, thank you so much for spending a little bit of your day with me. I teach signing agents how to scale. Oh, what up, girl?
I don't know. Yeah, I was in the car last time.
Oh, got it. Well, girl, you're way safer right now. Thank you. So remind everybody what your name is, your where you do business, and what can I help you with today?
Kiana, and I am in Sacramento.
That town? Okay, cool. So what kind of coaching? Where are we at in our journey? Talk to me.
Okay, so I'm still taking the course, and I've been doing the blocks, but I also run another business, so I need to have more time to do stuff, but I'm stuck. I've taken the test twice, and what the heck? I don't know why I keep failing it.
Okay, so here's the good news. You ready? Here's the good news. There is less than a 23% passing it on the first time rate. So you are in the vast majority, so don't beat yourself up. My only feedback is this, girl. It's brand new to you. Like, that's it, right? I mean, repetition is the mother of learning. You hear me say that. So my only 2 cents, there's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with anything outside of, it's just brand spanking new. Before I hurt my leg, I was going to CrossFit, and I was like, oh my God, I cannot do this. And so I'm just like super intimidated. And so my point is, I will get good at CrossFit. I just got to be patient. You know what I mean? And so the same coaching is to you. It's like you're brand new, you run another business. This is a new industry. You some of these terms you never heard before. So it's not a knock against you. It's not a knock against the course. It's not against nobody outside of, it's something new. So just be patient. Repetition is the mother of learning. I have trick questions on purpose. So maybe next time you go through the test, be like, Mark, trying to be slick here a little bit. You know what I mean? So
yeah, the Patriot Act.
Yeah.
Vacations. That's what I keep failing that one, and the adjustable mortgage.
Adjustable mortgage. So I'll give you a little bit of coaching. Adjustable rate mortgage. Patriot Act's easy. Go back and watch it. But the adjustable rate mortgage can definitely use a little bit of coaching. You know, so remember, adjustable rate mortgage is meaning that the interest rate is fixed for a duration of time, 5, 7, 10 years, whatever. But after that fixed duration, it adjusts on a yearly or semi-annual basis. Most lenders are now going to a semi-annual basis. But regardless, that's not relative. What's relative is after it's done, they've agreed to a margin plus an index. So the index is going to be based off the LIBOR Treasury note. That's always fluctuating, my point is. The margin never changes. So a borrower, when they're looking at their adjustable rate mortgage, wants to make sure that, look, the loan officer told me that my rate will always adjust by 3%. They just want to see that in writing somewhere, and you just point that out. Like, so that looks like that's your margin right there, okay? Now, so when it adjusts, it goes from a margin plus an index, that equals the new rate. So let's say the margin's 3% and the index is 2, the mortgage interest rate's 5%. So far, so good?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's where it gets complicated, okay?
Yeah.
And I think this is where you're getting stumped, which I do on purpose. I'm doing my job. So here's where it gets confusing. So the bank wants to protect the borrower. So let's just say the interest rate's 5% before the adjusting rate, okay? So the adjusting rate's 5%, and let's say when it adjusts, the margin is 4%, but the index is 6. So now it's 10%. So they're going to go from 5% to 10%.
That's a big shock.
Boom, you said it perfect. It's called payment shock. That's a literal word. So the banks want to protect the borrower from payment shock. So the way they do that is by having a cap on the first year. So when your rate adjusts, we will make sure that it doesn't go up higher than a certain number. Let's call it 7%. So the max it could be is 7. So even though if you added the margin plus the index, that would be 10. But inside the note, it said, we will protect you at 7. So the lifetime, so the adjusting rate cap on the first year is 7, even though if you did the math, it would be 10. So does that make sense?
That makes sense. So
yeah, and I think that's where you're getting stumped, because in the test, it asks, what's the maximum it could raise after the first rate change? Most people do the prime plus the margin, and it's really the cap rate.
Oh.
There we go. There we go. So, but you said, but I love that it was all clicking. So it's making sense to you because of the course, which makes me so happy because you get everything I was saying. It's just understanding that the bank's protecting the borrower from a payment shock. When you said the word shock, I'm like, oh my God, that's the perfect word, because that's what they call it in the industry, is they're protecting you from a payment shock. Because if your rate went from 5 to 10%, then like your mortgage payment would be like twice as big, and they'd be like, I can't afford it, and they foreclose, and the bank doesn't want you to foreclose, so they want to give you opportunity. So, girl, everyone's right. But I hope that you.
Yes. Hold on, wait.
I'm gonna go fishing in the ocean with our new boat. I'm gonna go fishing in the ocean with a new boat. Mommy, who? Talk to me.
Daddy's
Are we good to go? Are we good to go? Sorry about that. Oh, got it. Okay, it must have connected to the Bluetooth on my wife's car. Okay, cool. So I'm back. Let me go through one more couch coaching right now, and we'll get one more student on. Let's go with KB or Preston. You were first. Okay, never mind. We'll go to KB. Okay, cool. KB. Oh, KB. Let's say KB. You there? All right, KB. All right, KB. What's up?
Hey, Mark. How are you?
Good, bro. All right, man. Tell everybody your name, where you're from, and any questions.
One moment. Yeah, I'm KB Singh. I'm in New Jersey, actually. And I just completed my NNA training, got my certification last week.
Yeah.
Actually, I did that before I got your course.
That's okay.
Yeah, so I basically just started to get used to the things and trying to learn everything I can. So I just was on Facebook and I saw that you were going live, so I just figured I'd jump in and listen.
All right, man. So long story short, well, it looks like you're at work. I love you putting in the time on your side hustle. Okay, cool. Yeah. So this is one-on-one coaching, man. I mean, is there anything I can help you with in your journey? Have you finished the course? Where we at? Like, I mean, this is coaching for you, man.
I actually bought the course today, so I haven't started.
Okay, got it. Love it. Well, hey, welcome to the family, bro.
Thank you. My question was that, like, since I already got my NNA certification, do I need to go through that part of your course?
No.
Or,
yeah, no, it's a good question. So when you go into my course, you'll see, like, if you don't have your notary commission, you obviously pass that. If you already have your NNA certification, you'd pass that. Okay. So no, but all the other modules go through. I'll cover everything else the NNA did not cover, like the marketing being the main thing on how to get business. Here's my best coaching for you. Is slow as a speed. Okay, so make sure you're not in too big of a hurry to get through the modules. Some people that come with a little bit of knowledge before they come in tend to fly through the course. So my coaching you is just be patient, especially with the holidays coming up. Take your time block a little bit. I don't recommend spending 6 hours a day studying, by the way. We're only able to retain so much information.
6 hours.
Yeah, sometimes students just try to bang through the course, right? My recommendation actually is only spend a couple hours a day on the course. We can only retain so much information. My best analogy is, have you ever finished a book and been like, yo, what was in chapter 1, right? So usually it's because we're getting through the book too quick. So my coaching you is just spend a couple hours a day max. That's it on it. And you'll be ready to go. And then make sure you sign up for all the Facebook groups. Make sure you get that local support. What makes the loan signing system amazing is the community. So make sure you join your subgroups where your state is, and then make sure you join the big macro group as well. But make sure you're leaving the course. I'm glad to have you, man.
Just a quick question before I let you go. So since I have a certification, I did sign up for some signing services. The problem I get is I get some the messages where there's refinances available, blah blah blah, but it's so quick. Like it's like everybody's sitting on the
that's not true at all, actually, and I'll teach you why that works. So no, I own a signing service. That's why you're taking my course. So it has nothing to do with speed, but you'll learn all that in the group. I'll teach you like you own a signing service. And so I'll teach you why signing agents get picked, how the notifications work. And so you'll learn all that, how gets applied. So no, I'm going to teach you that, dude. Don't worry about it. That's why you're taking my course. I'll teach you everything the NNA didn't. And so I'll teach you how to get those notifications, but just be patient. Okay?
Yeah, because I'm just trying to do this part-time right now to start out, because I do have my regular day job. So it's hard to get signings that late in the
it's only hard because you don't know what you're doing yet.
Yeah.
So be patient. I'll teach you. So just trust me. I'll teach you how the notifications work, how to get them, how to scale your bit, how to get business part-time direct. Remember this: most signing agents are part-time. Very rarely does someone go, "Oh, I'm full-time." Most people have a job and then transition. Very rarely, do people do this right out of the gate full time. So most students are just like you, man. So just be patient. Let me do what you paid me to do and teach you how it works. So I'll teach you why you're only getting 30-minute heads up notice. I'll teach you how to get more heads up notice. I'll teach you all that. You just got to be patient and do what you paid me to do, and that's teach you. Okay, but I'll cover all that, man. It's why you bought my course. I like to think I'm pretty good at what I do.
Yeah. So with the certification that I have now, is it okay for me to start signing up for more?
Well, the answer is yes and no. If you still don't feel totally comfortable, why would you go out this early? Don't be in rush to build a business. You make 2 or 3 mistakes, you're never going to get business again. So don't be. But that's why I keep telling you, dude. Slow is a speed.
Okay. Yeah, my thing was that I would train like this year and actually start like getting into it in January.
Well, no, I'm hoping that you do this for the next couple weeks and you're up and running. Just be patient.
Yeah, I'm just gonna start going through your course. And
then, be patient. Yeah. I'm gonna say it 15 more times. Be patient. Impatience kills more businesses than anything else, man. I'm gonna end with this. A lot of new signing agents jump into business, do their first 3 or 4 signings, and then go, Mark, my phone's not ringing. Well, it's because you made mistakes on the 3 or 4 signings. They write that into the signing agent platforms, and no one's calling because all you have is errors in your first 3 to 4 signings. And then people blame it on the market, blame it on too many notaries. No, you've had so many errors that everyone's writing about it, and you're not getting more business. So be patient. Be here for the long term, not the short term. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So most times you hear about, it being slow, I'm not getting any more signings, is because they've made so many mistakes that signings agents are bypassing them. Has nothing to do with availability. Does that make sense?
Training than make mistakes and lose business right in the start. So.
And that's where your head's at. You're more concerned about the business than doing it right. And by the way, I'm commending you because you're taking a course and you have a coach now. So take the coaching, put a pause on things, go through what you paid for, and come out on the other end in a couple weeks.
Got it.
Make sense? Hey, I'm glad you're here, brother, but just let me take over.
I'm in it for the long run, Mark. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Go get it, and welcome to the family, bro.
Happy holidays.
All right, bye-bye. All right, let me end with this. Patience builds businesses. Happy Thanksgiving. I am so thankful for you. I am so thankful that you follow my channel. I'm so thankful you spend time with me every Monday. I'm so thankful that you hit like on my post. I am so thankful if you're a loan signing system student. Every single one of you, whether you're a student or not, inspire me to be better. You inspire me to do more. You inspire me to help more people. So thank you. Happy Thanksgiving from my family to yours. Be blessed, stay safe, and I'll see you all next time. And remember, I believe in you, but I just can't believe in you more than you believe in yourself. Let's go!